Come explore the No Strings Attached e-News online magazine. Our global array of authors inspire, delight, and educate with practical and entertaining articles. And with Focus On, we help producers of film, web series, and other video content attract a wider audience. Plus, your project can stream on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, and more with our media partners E360 TV and NETV. No Strings Attached e-News, focusing on human interest. Advertising available, nsaen.com.
You're listening to ABA One-on-One Podcast.
The best way to keep up with everything happening around here at ABA One-on-One is to join our monthly newsletter. Just for joining, we give you $230 worth of free gifts from our sponsors once you confirm your email address. You can unsubscribe at any time, but why would you? Just go to our website, www.aba1on1.club, scroll to the bottom of the page, and subscribe. Hey guys, it's time for a new episode of ABA One-on-One.
Open up, yeah. Open up now. Open up. Open up, yeah. Open up. Open up now.
Here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to ABA One-on-One. Today in the house, we got Rick and Brian, and we also have Clemon Johnson from the Sixers. Hopefully we'll be joined by Sadell 3. Guys, welcome to ABA One-on-One. Brian, kick it off.
Well, hey, listen, today is a special day. I can tell you that much. To have Clemon on board and having a chat, man, this is certainly an honor for me, you know, because I used to watch you guys play when I was younger, coming out of Camden, New Jersey, and you was playing with the Sixers, and I was a big Sixers fan, and it's just an honor to have you on board. Welcome. Thanks for showing up. And listen, today's show is about you and the things that you've brought to the table, man. So we'd love to hear about your career. We'd love to hear about your reflections on the NBA and your reflections on basketball. So I will leave that with you, Clemon. And the first thing I will say is, can you tell us a little bit about your NBA career?
Well, for those that are listening, my full name is Clemon Johnson. I played 10 years in the NBA, played with some outstanding guys and some Hall of Famers. Let's start with the year that I was drafted. I was drafted, I think, 44th by the Portland Trail Blazers. That's something that I throw out at a few people because during that period we had 12 rounds, and I went late second round, coming from a small HBCU, Florida A&M University. So I was very proud of that fact. But like I said, I had a chance to play in Portland Trail Blazers with a young man by the name of Maurice Lucas. You guys knew him as the enforcer. But I knew him as a man that was literally willing to give me the shirt off his back. I came into the league from a middle-class family. You know, we weren't doing poorly, but we weren't doing great either. And like I said, I needed a shirt for an occasion. I didn't have one. He said, "Here, man, take my shirt." And I was just totally shocked because that was not the Maurice Lucas that I knew about, you know, from watching television and the conversation that we heard. Wow. While I'm still in Portland, let me tell you this little short story. We were playing pickup ball, you know, 5-on-5. But again, we were practicing, and I hit Train being Lionel Hollins. And as I was coming back down the floor, you know, I was guarding my man, and Maurice Lucas slipped up behind me and hit me in the back. I'm like, what the hell? So Jack Ramsey he's over the sideline rolling. I'm like, what's going on? And Luke whispered in my ear, "Don't ever hit my guards." And that was something that I carried with me throughout the league, and something that once I started coaching, I started teaching big guys. Hey, man, nobody hit your guards. You protect your guards, okay? And then I explained that, hey, the guards could be the leading scorer, and they're gonna try to intimidate them, so you got to stop that. And like I said, I have more stories on that end, but let me move on here. So from there, I was traded to the Indiana Pacers. At the Indiana Pacers, I played with the man they called the Big Mac, George McGinnis. But before George got there, I played with a guy that I really appreciated his efforts in trying to help me understand the NBA scenario. His name was Alex English. See, Alex was traded for George. And of course, Alex went on to become an All-Star also. But while I was there in Indiana, I had a chance to play with the original ABA coach, Slick Leonard.
Wow.
Okay, so with Slick Leonard there, of course, he brought George on because George won his boys from the ABA. And then we also had Billy Knight, who was there, and he was also original member from the ABA, Indiana Pacers. So for those that are not aware of it, Indiana Pacers were one of the ABA teams that came into the NBA when they brought the two leagues together.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, I can keep talking. You want me to keep talking here?
Keep talking, baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, and in Indiana, I just thought that the NBA didn't respect us. There was a guy by the name of Mickey Johnson there that I thought should have been an All-Star. But like I said, we just didn't get any attention because we was always on the bottom. But once again, we were on the bottom, but I noticed that my second year there, if I'm not mistaken, we missed the playoffs by one game, maybe two. So, but again, I thought Mickey Johnson should have got some notoriety as far as being an all-star type player. He and Mickey and Mickey and Billy Knight. But like I said, it was a joy to play for Slick. I was sometimes a little confused about what the things that Slick was putting on the chalkboard because Slick didn't erase anything. You look at the board and Slick would have 3 or 4 plays going there. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And the greatest thing, and I like I said, I love and I respect the man because once again, I'm coming from Florida A&M University. I have no idea what's going on. And he pulled me to the side one day and told me, say, hey, I understand ABC is in your contract. I'm gonna help you achieve ABC. I told him I really appreciate that because, you know, I just had no idea what was going on. But Slick came to practice one day. And I guess he's been watching the 76ers play. And he brought a play to the table. And he said, this play is what the Sixers run for Julius Erving. Now, we weren't playing the 76ers, you know, which you would bring that to the table as a scout. Yeah. If you're playing Julius Erving. But we weren't playing Julius Erving. So when he mentioned that, I just, in my head, you know, I didn't say nothing because once again, I'm not a rookie, but I'm still intimidated. And I'm like, well, who is Julius Erving on this team? So we went on and we put the play in. Unfortunately, it didn't work as well for us because we had nobody had that ability to get over the rim like Julius did because of a lob play. And we just wasn't able to get anybody free. Okay, so once again, I'm going to talk a little, let you all ask questions, but I'm going to move on here. From the Indiana Pacers, I went to the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, I was traded to the Sixers from the Indiana Pacers, and I'm trying to remember my coach name, and I do apologize, but he coached with me with the Portland Trail Blazers. He went to the Lakers. Unfortunately, he had that accident where he fell off the bicycle. What was coach's name? He coached at St. Joe. I'm quite sure somebody will jump in and tell me in a minute. But anyway,
I'm surprised Rick doesn't know.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, CJ?
I hear you now, Rick. Yes.
We hear you, Rick.
I'll come up with it in a minute. Just bear with me.
Okay, well, keep talking there. And I forget his name, but like I said, we were in Chicago. I won't forget this. We was in Chicago. I can't remember if we lost the game or not, but he pulled me to the side. He said, Clem, I got some bad news for you. I'm like, oh, man, I'm getting cut. And he said, Clem, we just traded you to the Philadelphia 76ers. Ooh. And I have a weird sense of humor. Even my kids tell me that thing. I actually looked at the man and asked him, I said, well, what's the bad news? Because the Sixers were the #1 team at that time, and everybody knew that they were going to the NBA championship. I wasn't sure they were going to win it, but I knew they were headed there. So I was traded to the 76ers. So I'm now joining the 76ers. Myself and a young man by the name of Reggie Johnson came over from San Antonio Spurs. Mm-hmm. And needless to say, on that 76ers team, I was very elated. Let's start there. I'm looking around here in the locker room. I'm looking at Doc. I'm looking at Moses, Andrew, Tony Murray's cheek, Bobby Jones. I mean, man, I'm sky high just looking at these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Tree.
I'm sorry, say again?
Sedale Tree?
No, Sedale hadn't made it yet.
Oh, he wasn't there.
Sedale came in afterwards. He didn't get a ring with me.
See,
But,
Bobby Jones,
like I
wasn't
said,
Bobby Jones the coach with you guys?
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm hearing some noise in the background.
Sorry. Was Bobby Jones?
Bobby Jones was there, correct. Mark Ibarone, because that's something, for some reason, Rick keep calling me on. Who was the starting five? The starting five was Moses Doc, Ibarone, Tony, I'm missing somebody here. And
Cheeks.
And Cheeks.
And Cheeks, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was the starting five.
Hey, CJ, I've won 2 steak dinners on that.
Now I know you keep, but once again, I win nothing. You call me in the middle of the night. I have to get out of the bed, wake up. Like, what are you about now? Hey, Clem, come on, I need you to tell so and so and so. I'm like, you don't have Google? Well, come on, man. But like I say, he keeps winning dinners. He keeps coming to Tallahassee. I keep buying breakfast. I mean, something. One day, Clem, hey, thank you, man. Here's breakfast or something.
You millionaires from the NBA can afford breakfast at Waffle House.
Hey, Rick, like I tell everybody else, man, I helped negotiate those contracts, and then they kicked me out the league. I had to go to Europe to make my money, man. Again, I was a a member of the Players Association. We negotiated the contract with the league, and that was my last year in the league. I'm like, I said, somebody pissed off at me.
Hey, Clem, you did get that championship, brother, and that's what all us, players strive for down the track, and that had to be awesome, bro.
Oh, believe me, it definitely was. I have one little story I had to tell you, and like I said, I told everybody I was sorry with the 76 organization. Well, when I say everybody, basically talk to myself. But we were playing in Milwaukee. we were playing in Milwaukee. Moses had predicted 4-4-4.
No, it's 4-4-4.
4-4-4. Okay, thank you, Rick. And we were playing in Milwaukee. And gentlemen, nobody knows this, and I hope this doesn't go national, but in the middle of the game, for about 4 or 5 seconds, I froze. Because once again, understand, I played with Portland Trailblazers. We made the first round. We got knocked out. Never made the playoffs with the Indiana Pacers. Here I am saying, in the middle of the game, recognizing, man, we're going to the NBA championship. And the game going on. Now, I'm not on the bench. I'm actually on the floor having this conversation with myself, and I kind of lost my man, which was Bob Lanier at that time. And, of course, he scored. Of course, I got chewed out by the later. But once again, it just dawned on me that, hey, we're going to the championship. I'm going to get a ring. I'm going to tell everybody at the barbershop, I helped Dr. J get his ring. So all this is going through my head while I'm on the floor. But it definitely was a enjoyable trip. And once again, we had a chance to go to the Lakers. We swept them. And I had family out there, so we celebrated and things of that nature. And the question to me was, Clem, how do you feel? I told him I felt like Prince. This was 1990, like it was 1999. I'll never forget that moment. All right, gentlemen, that's enough talking on my behalf. Ask some questions. Let's go from there.
Hey, Clemon, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you,
Rick. If you don't mind, I want to say one little quick funny story about Clemon Johnson. I took him in 2007 or 8, I think it was 7. I needed an extra guy. They wanted me to get somebody that I could Google. So they said, get me an NBA guy. And I said, well, I don't know. I said, how much we paying? He said, we'll give him $1,500. And I said, ooh, it's going to be hard because they want that. That's their per diem per day. and so they said, don't matter as long as somebody gives. I said, wait a minute. My good friend, Clemon Johnson. So I called Clemon. I said, Clemon, you want to go to China? And he said, yeah, I've never been to China. So here we go. We get to China. Clemon went to, correct me here, Clemon. Clemon went from Tallahassee, I believe, to Atlanta, to San Francisco. He had like 4 stops, 4 different change of planes. So the chances of his luggage getting to Xi'an, China was slim and none. So we arrive, he gets there, and next morning we got to go out and we got to do some free throws. Now the media, they've already found out Clemon Johnson won a ring with the 76ers, and they've pumped this thing up major. So guess what? Clemon ain't got, what size shoe you wear, Clemon? 16?
16.
There wasn't any 16s in Xi'an. He ain't got nothing. He don't have any, all he's got is clothes he wore on the plane.
Exactly.
So Clemon's out there practicing free throws barefooted.
Barefoot.
And I don't mean to say this about Clemon because he's like the brother I never had. He's very, very close to me. He's a family member, but his feet leave not something to be desired. So we were going to take him to get a pedicure. So, but anyway, we get out there. So we're walking down the street afterwards, and all of a sudden it's Clemon Johnson, and he's got that ring on. That ring, not very big like it is now, championship ring, but if you think I was walking with Michael Jordan. I mean, we just engulfed with news reporters, for TV, radio, interviews. I thought, man, I must be pretty good. So I didn't know. Looked to my left, and it wasn't me they were after, but I'm walking with him, so I'm right there. I'm right there with them. They don't know that.
That's what it's all
right.
about.
That's my story. That's my story.
Rick, before we move on, I'm gonna tell you another story, just like that, because I've experienced that, and I cannot. Man, I wish my memory was better. But anyway, we're in Detroit, and there is this. There's this Billy Crystal. There you go. Billy Crystal's in the airport.
Yep.
And we walked through the airport, we being the basketball team, we just played the Pistons, and he hollering my name, Clemon. And everybody know Billy, so they're looking at me now. Oh, man, yeah, Billy Crystal calling me, Billy Crystal. He walks up to me and whispers in my ear, "Where's Doc?" I died laughing.
Oh, my God. Oh,
so I said, that's all right. He called my name. Everybody looked at me for a moment, and I just simply pointed. I said, he over there, man.
Oh, my God.
But I tell everybody, Billy Crystal knew my name.
Hey, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
That's cool.
Hey, man, real quick. We know he hadn't been able to get on to the show just yet, but what was it like when you and Sedell played together? You know, did you guys get along pretty well, or how'd it go?
Well, I'm first of all, you got to know Clemon Johnson. I get along with everyone, okay? Until you just step on my bunion, then we have a problem. But I enjoyed the time with Sedell. I think a guy named Cadillac Anderson. He came out the SEC somewhere in Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Greg Anderson.
There you go. And Charles. So that was their group. But the thing I remember most about Sedell, and this is practice. You have to imagine this now. So there's supposed to be a pick drill, and okay, let me start from the beginning. Sedell is guarding Maurice Cheek at the top of the three-point line. So you got a big man on the right-hand side of the free throw line. You got a big man on the left-hand side of the free throw line to set a pick. And Maurice brought him to my side. And, you know, I was just standing there. I wasn't going to hit the young man. You know, he was a rookie and all. You know, we were just going through the motion. And Sedell lit into me. Bam! Turned me over. I got up, dusted myself off. I said, that's okay. I said, Maurice, bring him back. So Maurice got the ball. He came back my way. And Sedell immediately stopped when he got to me. And just looked at me. You got me glad. Because I actually launched out at him to set the pick, which would have been illegal. But again, I just wanted to let him know, hey, I didn't appreciate that. But yeah, so he and I went through that. And something else you all have not discussed is that we met again. See, I got traded from, I hadn't finished my story, I got traded from Philadelphia to Seattle, and I look up one day and guess who else in the locker room?
Wow. That's right.
L3.
Yeah, he was there.
That's right, yeah.
So we had some great times there also, and we reminisce every now and then when we could about, you know, the times we had in Philadelphia and try to share that with other people to let them understand, you know, what it takes to be a winner. Yeah. What other teams were doing to be winners, things of that nature, for practicing, things of that nature. Let's say we had, well, I might as well share, we had 3 players on that team that were scoring 20 points on Seattle's team. The X-Man.
Yep, Xavier.
Xavier McDaniel, South Carolina.
Dale Ellis.
Dale, yeah. We're going to have Dale on the show. We're going to have Dale on.
And then you had Tom Chambers.
Yeah.
So you had those 3 guys that was averaging 20 points a game. So what Sedell and I were trying to do was shore up and strengthen up the bench. So it worked out well for us. We had a nice time together, like I say, in Philadelphia and in Seattle.
Wow.
Matt Gukas, that's who it is. See, I've been sitting here racking my brain when he's trying to think of the Sixers coach.
Matt Gukas was one of my coaches in Philadelphia, but that wasn't the coach in Indiana.
Ah, okay, Indiana.
McKinney.
Yep. Okay.
But
Okay.
Jack McKinney, I think of his name.
Exactly right. You're exactly right, Clemon.
Yeah.
Jack McKinney.
Yep.
That's who was.
Jack McKinney. There you go.
He's legendary.
He was coaching the Lakers for a while. He had the bicycle accident.
Yeah, that's right. Jack McKinney.
There you
He's,
go. Yeah,
he's legendary.
It's coming back. Appreciate that, guys.
Oh, well, that just means we have to have you on the show a few more times. So then we can get it all back.
For real.
No problem. No problem.
Just hope those checks don't get lost in the mail.
Hey, we got to keep that under wraps, man. We just finally got Brian's
No.
sorted out with the agent. Now it's going to become between you and your agent now. See, the $100,000 checks,
No, I'm still in protest.
I'm not. So send it to me.
I might have to get Clemon to write I might have to get him to write our bargaining agreement for this show.
There you go.
Hey,
There you go.
Clemon.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Clemon, do you think this is funny? I know they probably may have told them. They used to ask me what I was making when I was coaching the Bethune-Cookman, and I didn't. I was kind of embarrassed to say it, so I said I was at $160,000. And they go, "Holy Christ, $160,000 at Bethune-Cookman?" I said, "Yeah, but it was a 7-year contract."
So you made the 160 over 7 years, huh?
Yeah, the 7-year contract.
You sound like me. Remember, I was at Florida A&M University.
I know. That's why I said that.
So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Tell them about Anchorage, about Alaska.
Fairbanks. Yeah, Fairbanks. You coached there, didn't you? Yeah.
I was in Fairbanks. Matter of fact, when I joined Rick in China, that was my first year in Fairbanks, and I hadn't actually gotten settled yet. I'm out trying to recruit. All of a sudden, the AD looked up, and I'm in China. So I had to explain that. There weren't too many people that was happy with that because I hadn't had a chance to talk to any of the recruits that the previous coach had recruited. So I lost 2 or 3 of those, and then let's say I got jumped on that when I got back. But Fairbanks, if you go to Alaska, you have to go twice. This is what I tell most people. Okay, if you go in the summertime, you're looking at 80, 85 degrees. I'm not joking. When I went there, my first year there, I actually went to the movie theater, and I hope no one in Anchorage is listening to this, but I paid for one movie, and I saw 4 of them. I told myself I'm not going back out in that heat.
I've done that too. See, I've done that too, Clemon.
The homes did not have air conditioning.
God.
Because
oh my God!
It just didn't make sense for them. So the homes did not have air conditioning, and I was just standing there to cool off.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Well,
So
hey,
I
Cliff.
saw the movies, but once again, that's the summertime. Now winter, that's where your geography and all that stuff you learn in elementary school.
Arctic Circle.
That's when it kicks in, okay? Because I'm like, man, why is it so cold here? Okay, then for 2, 3 straight days, you don't see the sun. Oh, that's right. They did say the sun warms the earth. So now there's no sun, so there's no warmth either. Man, when it got to negative 40 degrees and climbed up to negative 45, and it stayed there for a solid month.
Oh wow!
Now, I'm not a fashion guru, but I discovered that corduroys work very well in the cold.
There you go.
I didn't care what anyone had to say about me. I ordered some corduroy pants. Now, I was okay with the corduroy pants and the heavy jacket. But then I had a friend that had a corduroy suit. Now, that's pushing it a little too far.
Okay. Hey, Clemon.
Clemon, you had your Monticello clothes on.
Hey, I was ready, man. I was ready.
Hey, Clem, we appreciate that, man. Look, we about to run out of time here, but I did want to hear, as we spoke about a little bit earlier, like if you keep it like real short about your ABA time with the new ABA going forward, that you did say it was enjoyable. And, we want to keep inspiring those younger players coming up right now. We got about 2.5, 3 minutes left. Just like, what do you want to say about the ABA about that time?
Well, like I said, I had an enjoyable time with the ABA. We were called the Jacksonville Waves, even though we were playing in a city out in Georgia. We were right across the border or the Florida line. And I think we went 4-1. The problem we had, needless to say, was that we were new and we had not gotten an identity. We really didn't have a home. We didn't want to play in Georgia. We just went there because this is the year I think the the NFL was coming to Jacksonville.
That's right. That's right.
So we had no place. Everything we wanted in Jacksonville, I mean, hey, no, we occupied. No, if you want to here, you got to pay 10 times as much you normally would pay. So we decided to go to Georgia to play over there.
Wow. You had a great assistant, though.
I'm sorry?
You had a great assistant.
Oh.
I remember him.
Okay. But like I said, we were there, and the only problem I foresaw was that, like I said, the league, I won't say the league, the team we had.
Yeah.
I don't think we spent our money wisely, and I think the owners recognize that now. See, we were into getting cheerleaders, things of this nature, instead of putting money into the actual product itself, which was the basketball team.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, after 5 or 6 games, we had to fold because, once again, the corporate sponsorship was over in Jacksonville, and they weren't giving us any money to play over in Georgia because nobody, that didn't benefit them.
Yeah.
So that was our problem because we were doing a great thing. The only other shortcoming I saw was that the agents and things of that nature did not show as I thought they would.
Yeah. Yeah.
In other words, I tried to make contact with European teams that I played with. Like I said, I played in Italy for 5 years. So I contacted some of those guys, but before they could, get to where I was, unfortunately, we had folded.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Well, look, man, we appreciate having you on. We got like a minute, less than a minute here, but look, we're gonna have to do this again because we just scratched the surface. So we'll get Sadell back in here, gentlemen. Let me say thanks for everyone that's here, Brian, Rick, all the knowledge, man, and brothers. Let's do this again on ABA 101. All right.
Sounds good to me.
Definitely.
All right,
thanks
guys.
for being on. Clemon, thanks, man.
My
Great
pleasure.
knowledge.
My pleasure.
All right, Clemon. Take care, guys.
I told you he's a Hall of Famer.
Hey, we happy. All right, guys. Peace.
Take care.
The American Basketball Association is the largest pro league in the world. Some great opportunities for team ownership are available, and the cost may surprise you. If you've ever thought about team ownership in a pro league, give us the opportunity to help make it a reality. Reach out to us for more info. For USA teams at www.abaliveaction.com. In Australia, go to www.abaleagueaustralia.com.
Sassy B Worldwide Productions. With over 25 years of entertainment experience, we have done it all. Celebrity appearances, red carpet events, image consultation and branding design. Our clients range from American football stars to Hollywood celebrities and everyone in between. Want to make a splash in the entertainment industry? Then it's time to get sassy. SassyBWorldwide.com.
Well, that's going to do it for this week. Remember, you can keep up with every episode by subscribing via our website. Follow us on social media and tell your friends about us. Next week, new guests, more basketball tips, more basketball stories about the game we all love. Till then, be safe and keep your eyes on the ball.